liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. If I could have a motion to approve the agenda?
Madam Chairman, I would move.
With amendments to classified personnel action items number E3?
Yes, that one right there.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of approving the agenda as amended, please raise your hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll start with our building presentation from Buffalo Jones Elementary School. Mrs. Solis, you ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Okay, well, thank you for having us here this evening. I would like to just be brief. I was told to be brief, and so that's what we're going to do. But I'm not in charge of everything that's going to be said today, so I've got some special presenters. I'd like to first of all tell you that our focus is to do whatever it takes to help kids get to where they need to get. Okay, and I think we've shown people that that's what we're about. The other is that our teachers work together. We've learned that working together, collaborating is the smartest way to do things, and we're a team, and that's what we do every day. Then we also provide lots of rigor and relevance so that our kids can get the achievements that they need to achieve. And build relationships. All of those are the big goal of becoming a model school one of this year's. And so those are what we're about. I would like to first of all recognize staff. So I'm going to ask them to stand. If my teachers that are here will stand. Not everybody could be here. I've got some messages that some couldn't. But these are just a few of the teachers that are at Buffalo Jones that work very hard every day to do many, many things. Too numerous to cover in a 20-minute presentation. So thank you, ladies. There's another one that's coming in. I also would like to recognize parents that are here today. So if I can have you stand. And these are just a few of our parents that are at Buffalo Jones. It's not just we do the job. It takes the parents to do the job, and this year we've seen lots of parent involvement and seen parents that have been there for years and are now getting more involved, and that just tickles me to no end. So thank you, parents, and thank you for taking your time this evening to be here. And then the people that are going to run the show today are my student council, student representatives. So if I can have Stuco come up here. And be careful right here. Come on, guys. Don't be afraid. And they are going to be sharing with you some things that they like about our school.
Careful.
Hello, my name is Adelina Uswata. I am a 4th grade student at Buffalo Jones. This year we started doing recess before lunch. We like it because our stomach is not full and we are not getting sick like before. Now we can eat more and think better when we are in class. Another positive is that when we come in from recess, we are hungry and less arguing and fighting occurs. Mrs. Solis has told us that there has been only one referral this year that occurred during lunch recess. So there are less students getting in trouble. Another area that I like is Stuco or Student Council. I am currently serving as president. The vice president and I do the morning assembly and announcements every morning. It has helped to not be shy and I am not afraid to speak. I also like that we have representatives from 2nd through 4th grade and we work on improving our school. This year we have started to recognize teachers by catching them being good. We are working on cleaning playground by picking up trash. Do you have any questions?
Hello, my name is Alessandra Tovar, and I am a 4th grade student at Buffalo Jones. I would like to tell you about Engage New York. I like Engage New York, even though it's different than our math we used to use. Engage New York has helped me problem solve because it makes me think more about the problem. I don't do any harder work because most problems are mostly short and give small all directions. I like the sprints because it makes me faster and mixes different strategies, so I really have to look at the problem careful so I don't make mistakes. I also like the place value discs, and right now we are doing the distributive property and breaking it down into number bonds, which are a strategy we used last year. We use most of the same strategies as last year with a little more challenge. We are also learning more strategies to help us problem solve problems like division and word problems that have multiple steps. Do you have any questions?
This year, my name is Adrian Hernandez. I'm a student at Buffalo Jones Elementary and I'm 9 years old. This year was my second time to loop because my kindergarten teacher moved with us to first. It was nice having my teacher 2 years in a row. It was nice because we got to know our teacher, like she would tell us about her country. It made me feel happy and smarter because we were learning about other countries. When I went to a different teacher, it was different because we didn't know our teacher and our jobs were different. The next year, when we went with the same teacher, we already knew expected routines for reading and math. We just asked the teacher for new strategies that we are learning in 3rd grade. When we came to school this year, I first felt like I was in 2nd grade because it was the same room and it looked the same as well as the routines were the same. One big difference was that we didn't spend much time on our routines that we already knew and started learning 3rd grade content right away. That will help us learn things faster. Spanish track. Learning in Spanish was easier because I speak Spanish at home. I speak both English and Spanish, but I was reading and writing in Spanish for to kindergarten to 2nd grade. Now that I am in 3rd grade, I am doing everything in English and I do not use Spanish that much. Learning in first Spanish was good because now I can use my Spanish in different ways to help others. I have a friend that does not speak English and his homework is in English, so I translate for him. I feel confident in my English that I am able to spell English words that are sometimes hard to spell because I use my Spanish to help me. For example, the word laboratory is almost the same in Spanish and other words like tornado, potato, lecture, and so on. Other words like that. This helps me a lot. Do you guys have any questions?
Hi, my name is Brandon Barajas. I am a 4th grade student at Buffalo Jones. One of my favorite things about Buffalo Jones is that we have clubs. The clubs are held from 4 to 5 by different teachers sponsors them. The clubs help us to learn basic skills about sports, food, and leadership. We have basketball, baseball, art, cheerleading, book club, computer club, science, Olympiad, house choice, student council. I participated in student council, basketball, and baseball. As I get older, I would like to continue with clubs. Do you have any questions?
My name is Lolly Montoya, and at my school I am doing a birthday box for Girl Scouts, and what we put in that box is donations for kids for their parents that don't have any money to make a birthday for their kids. In that box we will be donating to kids, that way their moms and dads can throw a birthday party for them.
Okay, so this is what the kids like about our school. They were practicing and were looking at me in the eye, but they were a little nervous once they got to see, even though I told them there's going to be a lot of people wearing ties and suits And the girls asked, are there gonna be any women? So they were happy when I told them that there was gonna be some women. So anyway, this is what it's about. Do you have any questions that they can, I know they shared kind of fast the information, but they're here to answer questions that you might have.
I have a question. Do you guys know how awesome your school really is? I mean, seriously, in the big picture, you have an amazing school. You should be you're very lucky to be able to go to this school. It's awesome. And I love hearing you talk about speaking Spanish and English both. And I think it's great that you learn both languages. I love that you use your native language of Spanish to help you with English. That's what it's all about. That's awesome. Even though you're getting all of your work now in English, do not stop speaking Spanish. That's awesome. The more you can be bilingual, the better it's going to be when you put that on a resume and when you go out in the workforce. Any employer is going to be more likely to hire someone who speaks 2 languages than 1. That's hands down. So good job. Be very proud of that. I wish I could say I speak 2 languages, but I can't. You guys are students of what I call the little school that could. The cutest little engineer ever, right here at your school. But your school doesn't have any roadblocks in front of it. They achieve over and over again, year after year. I've been in this position this is my 7th year, and every year this school is on the top of the list of achievement, and you guys are just really fortunate to be a member of this school. So be very proud, and I can tell you are. And I wanted to congratulate every one of you for your confidence when you speak and how well you project. Even though you didn't look at us, like Mrs. Solis said that you practiced, you guys by far were more confident than we usually see in students your age when they present. So keep up the good work. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
More confident than some teachers, too.
Yeah.
Brian talked about the numerous clubs that we have going, and I have to, hand it to my teachers. He mentioned us being there from 4 to 5. This is their time, free time that they give for our kids to engage them, to build that relationship, to show them something else beyond just the classroom work. But they're still learning skills that they will hopefully pursue as they move on. And I've been totally impressed with what's been happening with Stuco this year. The kids have, actually Adelina came to me one day and said, Mrs. Solis, I found this desk that rises. And I said, well, pursue that and continue, because you know how, and she said, you know how so many kids are having to stand and not sit. And this is a desk that's made to be up here, and the kids can stand and work. And so she's doing some research on that and is going to be presenting it once she's found enough information and sharing it with our Stuco representatives, which some of them are here, and also sharing it if we need to go to PTO to purchase a couple of them and test it out. So they're doing some research and trying some things. They now are catching their teachers doing something good, and I know the teachers love getting that bucket filler because they're surprised. They never know what's going to be said on that, and it's been nice. Some of them have said, I have not had one, and that day, the next day, her name was called, and it was shared with adults. And so, anyway, I'm proud of all people that work there, because they do work hard and very smart. So thank you, guys. You may go sit down. Hold on, guys, go around this way and go shake their hands.
While they're coming around, could I ask the teachers and the parents, just, is there anything that you'd like, not necessarily at the top of the list, but a heads up to the board that you see as something to keep in mind as we do our work?
The kids like looping. Do you guys like looping?
I think it's seen real positives. I'm a literacy coach this year and talking with teachers, and every one of them, I haven't heard one one complaint, just that it's been a really good thing. I think everybody was a little nervous to begin with, but those went away real quickly.
Wow. Cool fireball, I love it. Good job.
The Spanish track, I think those are really. The Spanish track, my daughter is the one in red, and she's really, really good.
I think that's really good.
Yeah, and I have a little one, he's 3 years old, and I wouldn't want him to lose Spanish.
You do or do not?
Don't, no. Yeah.
My son, he is in 4th grade and he started the Spanish track in kindergarten, so he did Spanish kinder first and 2nd grade. And he doesn't speak much Spanish, but he can understand it. And today in the gym when we were doing our pledge, he says it in Spanish, so he does have an understanding. So I do think it's a really good program.
I moved from Kansas City 4 years ago, and I was so happy to find Buffalo Jones here in Garden City. And that's really what I most enjoy here, that my kid can study in Spanish fully, because I'm from Guatemala, and I immigrated from Guatemala 10 years ago. And I really struggle with my English a lot, but I want my kids to be full bilingual, reading and talking Spanish. And I think Garden City, the growing population is mostly Hispanic. So I think there should be more schools like Buffalo Jones in town, because we need Spanish. So thank you.
Madam President? I'd say a comment, please. Every month we have a school from our district come and visit us, just like you guys have tonight. And I always look forward for Buffalo Jones presentation. And the reason that is because that's where I went to school from 1st to 6th grade. I lived right across the street. And every Christmas break, I was always the one chosen to take home the fish tank. I lived right across the street. But Dr. Hopkins made the comment, the little school that could. And there were a lot of teachers that encouraged us as students to be successful, and that we could do whatever we truly believed in. So I enjoy your presentation. I'm a great friend of your principal. Every time I see her, I give her a big hug. And I still run into my 2nd grade teacher, believe it or not, and we often hug and talk about growing up in Garden City. So thank you for being teachers and students at my school, Buffalo Jones School.
You also asked that I bring a site council, and I did invite them all. I was thinking I was going to have another couple parents show up, but I don't see them. They do work, and sometimes their work takes them beyond the hours, 6 o'clock. But I do have Mr. Alvarez. He has been a member of our site council for the last 2 years, and he is not only at Onstad, but he also serves in our community in a very important part. He's a pastor at the Nazarene Church where I attend, and so we've got deeper relationships than just a parent-principal relationship. But he is continuing his education and is hoping to become a counselor when it is not a social worker, soon to graduate. And so we're proud to have him in our council because he does offer some great ideas. We also have John and Simona Schwartz. We have Omar Mora, and Holly Perez is another one, and she is our teacher within it. Holly's done lots of things with our parents. She's served on our parent PTO as secretary for years, and this year we were holding the meetings at a time that she wasn't able to, and we took it to the PTO board, which, by the way, is all parents, and it's amazing. And we've got, like I said, many parents coming in and are showing up, new parents that have been at Buffalo Jones but are now showing up to our meetings. And so a lot more engagement and a lot more commitment to helping their kids. But Holly, they value her and her contribution in this meeting, and so they moved it to where now she can head right from something else that she's doing into our PTO meeting. So both of them represent us, or represent the site council. And so those are our site council members. And you wanted to recognize them, so do they come up?
Sure.
Yes, and they're alive. They're
Okay,
still
good.
going.
I was making sure, because after all that, we gotta get water to
Yes,
them, so.
yeah, the plant facilities people were coming and watering.
Good.
They're surviving so far.
Great. Now, what a tree here.
Before we let Mrs. Solis sit down, you have a history of a few Crystal Apple teachers, and I think you have a 2000.
We have two of them present here today.
But a new one, right? A 2000.
Yes, a 2015 Crystal Apple. Barb Marson.
Thank you very much.
Well, if I could, one of the things that they talked about at the KASP conference this past weekend was being able to shine a light on all of the good things that are going on in this district. So thank you so much for this. And one of the things also that I had talked to Dr. Carlin about was needing to have our Crystal Apple winners come. So you have someone else too?
Don Riggs was one of our first Crystal Apple winners at Buffalo Jones.
Jeannie Krubine was.
Well,
First.
yeah.
Great. Deviate from Buffalo Jones and go to the high school for a second.
Okay.
Because we do have 2/3 of our Crystal Apple winners, and so if Mr. Bernal can turn his camera around. But thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to come and speak with us and let us know all the good things that are going on at Buffalo Jones. It's great to have you all come.
Thank you.
And if you want the best parts coming up, it's the audit.